double bang to get you bodied up. This 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 double bang to get you bodied up. Just me, just wrong, too real. We brought 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 this double bang to get you bodied up. 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 Just me, just wrong, too real. We brought just me, just wrong, too real. We brought just me. What's up, everybody? This your boy Ant coming to you live and direct from Beyond Reality Podcast. You already know the drill, man. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hope all y'all having a dope middle of the week this week. You know, we on a Tuesday. Like I always tell y'all, man, I'm going to keep pumping out with these dope, exclusive Krump interviews, man. Everybody's liking them, man. I'm getting all y'all requests that people that y'all want to see on the show. So today I got a special guest, man. I got the homie OutRage, dope dancer, definitely a legend in this game, and we definitely about to hear his Krump story. So here we go, y'all. Krump Talk, episode 35 with the homie OutRage. Here we go. Salute, Outlaw. Hold on, y'all. We about to get him on. I'm already sent him no request. Gonna have the homie OutRage on in a few seconds. As soon as it click through.
Peace, peace, peace.
There you go. There you go. What's good, bro?
How you doing, man? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hey, perfectly.
Oh, all right, cool, man. What's good with you, Brody?
Hey, man, I can't call it, brother. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah, man. Definitely thank you for joining the show, man. You had like all last week, man. You had people in the comments was like, "Yo, see if you can get the homie OutRage to pull up." So I was like, "Yo, I'll reach out to him, man, and see what he says." So thank you
Yeah.
definitely for not just supporting me, but you got a lot of fans out there who would like to hear your Krump story as well.
Oh, man, it's love, bro. Thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate that,
Yeah,
man.
you already know. You already know, man. So let's jump into it, bro. Introduce yourself for those who don't know you.
How you doing? Peace to the gods on earth. My name is OutRage. Uh, yeah, man. I mean, been in the game for a cool second. Just trying to exist and trying to be present. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And trying to do what I can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts, bro. Facts, man. So outrage, man. You obviously, a undeniable legend. You got so many,
Oh man.
there's so much history in there. Let everybody know, like, how'd you like first get into the dance Krump?
Um, it was a while back, man. I had moved from San Diego to IE, and that was my first initiation of seeing clown dancing. And then a couple of my homies were doing it at that time, who are still good friends of mine. And I seen them at the mall, man, and they was getting down, man. In a suburban town, as a bunch of color folks, bro. And you got a bunch of color folks at the mall, man. You thinking a fight going on or something like that. So I seen it, bro. Like my first time seeing it, and then I fell in love with it. I fell in love with clown dancing, and then as time was progressing on, this is like maybe my freshman year. As time progressed on, it was coming. It was already Krump was already on it, but at that time there was still a lot of clown dances going, a lot of clown groups going on. And at that time, this group was called Too Much Clowns. And then from there, I joined the group in high school, and then we were transitioning from clown dancing to Krump dancing, bro. And we moved with the evolution. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, how was that transition, bro, from clowning to Krumping? Because, from the movie Rise, they
Uh,
explain how it's two different things. So
mm.
for someone like yourself that, was first I was on a clown version until you transferred into Krump, let everybody know, like, what was that transition like for you and the homies that you was rocking with at that time?
The transition was cool. I mean, clown is super energetic, bro, and it's such a it's entertain the entertainment value in clown dancer was really dope. You had to pull it up to a birthday party or a battle or team night or whatever it was, and we would all be in one sync and we would perform, man. And so we would do stuff like that. So I think clown dancing was very important because it showed us how to perform. It showed us how to showcase.
Right.
It shows how to step inside different perspectives and create an entertainment value of ourselves. And then so when Krump came about, it was a slightly different. The energy was a little different, but uh, it was a little hard for a little bit. It was a little tough. You know what I mean? Just taking it and slowing things down, and then kind of making it a little bit more, having more meaning behind the movement. A lot of terminologies was coming out about what the movement was, and I think clown dancing, it was just names, but it wasn't a lot of terminology and intent behind the movement. So it was a tough transition, bro. I sucked for a while.
Right.
It was tough. It was tough, man. And I think it was a little bit more aggressive, at that time. So it was a tough transition, but it was dope. It wasn't bad at all.
Hmm. Now, did you have any like certain clown dancers who you was kind of like idolizing at that time, trying to like kind of mimic your style, or was you like just like kind of like this once you came in, you was like, I'm just gonna go my own path and kind of like create something that is like
I
coming from the inside.
Nah, I mean, you know, the homies around me, a lot of the homies were moving from LA. And so they was moving from LA to the IE. And so, you know, that was my first introduction into the style. And so, you know, they was my idols at that time. Like I said, I ain't never really seen street dance, you know, past TV or lack thereof. So
Mhm.
that's my first time seeing it. So they were my idols. And though there was other clown groups. I remember we watched a couple like Lay Low Clowns. That's way back, man. Lay Low Clowns and uh, um, there's other clown group. I can't even think of it. Ghostface Clowns. There was a lot of clown groups back then, man. Who I think I was just so in the awe
Right.
of being around this kind of energy that I ain't never really seen or you know heard of or been a part of before. So I was, you know, I was taking on. I was trying to see everything, trying to be like everybody, man. That was the beauty of it back then.
Right, man. That sounds so tight, man. And this is what's dope about these shows, bro. You hear like no one would ever know like a person like for yourself came for like a clown background, you
Yeah,
know. And this is so dope to hear like all these different dancers, you know, let everybody know like the Krump story and how you
yeah,
know they into where they are today, man. So
yeah,
like for you in high school, how was that, bro? Like, because you know some people play sports, some
yeah,
people was like I hear a lot of people say they was in musicians. Now
yeah.
was it like were you just dancing or like did you have another background before like you got into clowning and Krump?
I think I used to play in San Diego before I moved to IE. I was, you know, I lived there majority of my life. So um, I was playing bass guitar for the church. So that was for like the teens. And I was playing the bass for the choir. That was one of my things. And then I always thought I was going to be a sports dude, man. Football and basketball and track was my thing. You know, that was more of a back then when you was younger, we didn't understand the value of being a dancer. I guess you know
Mhm.
I what was a dancer back then in the day. You know, this we're talking like 2000 like 2004. So these are times when like a dancer was like a concept that no one really kind of knew about except for being a backup dancer. So I was indulged in sports for sure, and I was indulged in the bass guitar. I still do bass guitar to this day, and I still play sports every now and then. But that was my first loves, bro. And then when I seen dance, and I seen the Krump. I think one of the homies is in here. Actually, one of the homies that I seen first dance. I think he tapped in. I don't know if he's still in here or not. He's my best friend now. And then he I seen that joint, man. I was like, so long the sports, man. I just knew, I knew, man. I knew that it was something that I really wanted to genuinely do. I knew something that you know, I don't know where it would take me, but I just knew that it was a feeling that I really, really enjoyed.
Right, man, and I'm glad that you touched on like the feeling aspect of the dance because like everyone have their different versions of what Krump means to them. Like,
Of course.
yeah, so like for yourself, like is that like Krump? Is that like when you dance, do you feel like is that like an emotional, or is that something like you relieving stress, or is that something like when you getting off is like do you have that certain feeling like damn I'm just doing something that I love to do no matter like whether it's like you getting off.
I see. Shout out to my man Parlay. That's the homie I was talking about right there. He
Yes,
was the first
salute,
one.
salute to the homie.
Yeah, that's the first one I seen get off, man. Him and his brother, and they was doing it. But shout out to them. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. But it's relative, bro. You know, I think at that time, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I think the reason why I loved the movement, the dance at the time, is because you know we just peaked high school, we just freshmen, and then seeing all the homies, and it was a lot of girls back then, bro. It was all the girls wanted to be a part, all the girls wanted to watch. You know what I'm saying? So in high school, all eyes was on you, bro. You was a dancer. You know what I mean? So I think at that time, we weren't really doing it. I don't think the term like expressing or doing it for a release wasn't really like a term for us yet. I think it was kind of like we were just doing it because we just genuinely really enjoyed it. And around the city, we was calling sessions, you know, it was sometimes more girls than guys, and it was sometimes all girls. It was sometimes just the homies. But I think it was just the fun aspect of high school, bro. I mean, we live in an IE. It wasn't really much culture going on around, so we brought predominantly black culture around to the schools and around the area. So I think it was just the fun of it. As as you grow and as time evolves itself, you start understanding that a lot of the impact comes from life, and a lot of releases, a lot of things you're going through as you're growing up starts transpiring to the dance. I think it's relative to the person and relative to how they feel that day and what kind of trials and tribulations they're going on, or what kind of what beautiful blessings they encountered in that day or that night of. So I think for us, we just wanted to really just be around a lot of people. And I think for us, it was really just it was a fun thing for us, bro. We didn't really put no limit to it. We just kind of just ran with it, dog.
Right, man. That's tight, man. Hearing it, man. So the name OutRage. Now, did you get that when you were clowning, or did you get that when you started really getting like all into Krump?
Nah, I had a couple of names. They were so whack, but I had one. Dang, I had one. I used to call myself. I used to call myself Shizno. I don't know why I called myself Shizno. That was my little clown dance. And then when you was clown dancing, you would have a certain character to you. And
Right.
so I used to call myself Shizno, and then I used to have my character was Donald Duck. So I walked around with a Donald Duck backpack on. It was a part of the clown joint. So that was my name back then. And then I think I called myself Ill Sane or whatever. I don't know, bro. I was just coming up with crazy stuff, bro. It wasn't no specific name behind it. And then I think as we started seeing peeps coming down from LA and OC and they started moving down to the IE area, and then we started seeing Krump, and then it became a little bit more. Like I said, it became a little bit more, I don't want to say aggressive, but it became a little bit more, I don't know the word for it, but a little bit more hardcore, I guess, in the sense. So I think those names that we were having were kind of we were evolutionizing ourselves. So those names weren't holding as much weight. I think at the time I was calling myself Dream Boy when we started getting into Krump. And then one of the homies, he was like, Dream Boy, that's kind of whack, bro. And I was like, damn, it is kind of whack, because I danced such the opposite of Dream Boy. But like I said, we were so indulged with the idea of, we thought it was a Dream Boy to whatever it might be. So he was like, that's whack. I was like, yeah, shit is whack. And then he was like, bro, you dance too big to be a Dream Boy. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And he just started naming names. He was like, Colossal, or Outrageous. And I was like, OutRage. And then I just ran with it from there, and then I switched it up. I've been outraged ever since.
Yeah, man. Wow, man. Love hearing this stuff, man. So, bro, for someone who never seen you get off before, explain to them your dance style.
Oh man, shoot. That's a hard question, because I think my dance style is really, I think it's really tapped into the music, or it's really tapped into the environment, or tapped into the energy I'm feeling that day. So, I can dance one way one day, and the next day dance completely different, depending on the vibe, depending on the energy, depending on the music, depending on where I'm at, depending on, as you get older, you start realizing health and, if I got enough sleep that day before or whatever it might be. So I think it's kind of hard to put a certain name to my style. But I really like to cater to a lot of I guess I cater to a lot of Old Dirty Bastard, 90s boom bap, Busta Rhymes type joint. I think that's kind of what I really relate to. Especially how the Old Dirty Bastard used to MC, bro. How he used to get on the mic and how he used to I kind of related to that, so I kind of like base my style of that right now, as of right now. But yeah, bro, I don't know. That's a tough question. I never know how to answer that question.
Yeah, man. So, you know, you saying you is it cool to say you rep more of the IE instead of San Diego?
Um, I guess, man. I think it's funny because um, I never knew how to answer that question. Where are you from? I was like, because my dad was in the military,
Okay.
so we moved a lot. So I think a lot of time, um, I lived majority of my life living in San Diego. That's probably where I spent staying put in one place was San Diego. I've lived there since I was like in second grade to like eighth grade. So you could say I'm technically from San Diego, but then like obviously like when you get to high school, that's when like you experience a young man's adulthood or young adulthood. You know what I mean? So like if it wasn't for the IE, us moving there, I wouldn't be able to be who I am. I am today. So yeah, I guess if it wasn't for the IE, I like to say I'm from the IE just because it changed my life in a sense. You know what I mean? But
Right.
talking about like legitimately, I think I'm from San Diego for sure.
Right. Man, there's so many legends in IE as far as Krump, man, and I
Oh
think
yeah.
IE is a city that I will say brought so much style and creativity
Mm,
to Krump, from the
mm,
fashion to the
mm,
moves to
mm,
like the YouTube era was
mm.
mainly like, man, from like they had so many. IE had like so many people on Extreme Movement, so many people
Man.
from like the Psycho family, like
Oh yeah.
Rod Sessions. Like when you
Yeah.
go on YouTube, especially at that time,
Yeah.
like I feel like IE really birthed. I know a lot of people might not like hearing me say this, but I feel like IE kind of like really birthed like Krump. Not I don't want to say mainstream, but they
Yeah.
kind of made it dope for like someone that's not from the Mecca like me to like
Yeah.
actually watch and focus,
Yeah.
because that's where like because I'm an Extreme Movement like fan,
Mm.
bro. So
Okay.
that was dominated from IE, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
like, other like places that's IE. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
rap sessions and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I feel like, at least for me, I felt
Yeah.
like
Of course.
I brought like so much like to Crump that
Yeah,
I
man.
agree, or do you have like a different take on that, or?
Nah, I think it's really what you're saying. I think a lot of the OGs from the IE, man, you had there's a lot of cats, man. Damn, I'm saying think about it like you had D Kings, you had a lot of foundation cats. I think junior foundation cats. You had a lot of extreme movement cats. You had a lot of cats who were under Hitman. A lot of cats from the IE who was under Graham. I mean, there's a lot of cats, bro. A lot of legends. I mean, you had Stux. You had Gideon. You had Stux. You have Weapon. You have you have Spade. You have a lot of cats from the IE at the time that were really putting on and really coming together because the IE it's a county. It's not really a city, but it's a county. So
Okay.
you have like Riverside, and then you have Fontana, and then you have San Bernardino, and then you have Marion and Temecula. It's like the ending of the IE, and then you have like San Diego, and then you have Oceanside and San Diego. So where we were in Marion and Temecula. So we were the last city of the IE, and then you have every time we go up to the IE, we had to call a buck, and we had the blick, and then we had man, it was a bunch of joints, man, that was going on in IE. So yeah, it was a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, man. That
So much stuff, bro.
yeah, it was a lot of stuff that was going on that we really, and then the street movement came through, and it was they took over that scene, man, and it was just yeah, the IE birthed a lot of and then you have people like Ruin. And then you have people like Clash and Allies in them, and so it was a lot of cats from the IE, man, who really pushed the style to a whole other place, man. I will agree to that. I will agree
Right.
to that.
Yeah, definitely. So like from the time you started Crump until what Crump is today, let everybody know a few like differences that you see, not just the style elevation, but just like everything in general. Like what's the difference from back then to what it is right now?
I mean, obviously, evolution is key. So, you know, there's a lot of things, and there's going to be a lot of things that people uh, really like, and a lot of things that people don't like. And I think one thing I've realized is that, you know, you got to accept evolution. You got to accept the things that's going to come with it, you know. And I think, I don't think the game's too far different. I don't think it's too far gone. Um, I think Krump is very accessible. Dance is very accessible right now. Dance is probably the most, um, it's a really big market right now in any style. I think dance. You see it all over TikTok. You see it all over Instagram. Like people, dancers make songs go viral. Like it's a lot to it. So when something becomes really accessible like that, I think it comes a lot of lower standards. It comes with a lot of you know, back then we weren't we were about teaching workshops back then. It was more of like you had to be there, and you had to be there to get got off on, and you had to
Absolutely.
be there to just, you know, if you missed it, then you missed a whole era in a moment, or history in a moment. So I think that's one of those things that kind of changed now. A lot of things are really taught. They're being taught. There's nothing wrong with being taught, but a lot of people are being taught online, or being taught, and they can just go on with their life. And then I think one thing I think that kind of messes it up a little bit is that people are getting taught this textbook um, dance or Krump ways, but they're not in the environment to exchange to take the feeling of the dance, if that makes sense. So a lot of people
Absolutely.
who are taking on the style are forgetting that it's still a feeling dance. It's such a feeling dance. It's so honest, you know, when it comes to the feeling of it. So I think a lot of time what we're seeing nowadays, a lot of people are just taking on Krump and just putting it on, rather than like back in the day. I think you had to really be there to really get the grasp of the moment or the feeling. Because even if you didn't dance, it was a moment in itself, and it fueled you to, you know, you go home and, you know, like, you know, turn up and do whatever you got to do. So I think that's a couple of things that I see that's kind of like making it a little hard for people nowadays. You know,
Mhm.
people are kind of taking it and, you know, having their own ways with it. They don't have to really come to LA anymore, or even to the IE anymore, or to the Mecca anymore, to have their own understanding of the dance anymore. So I think that's one of the things that I've been noticing, you know, and like I said, there's no right or wrong way about it, but obviously you can see dancers who really come from a textbook perspective rather than a person who was kind of just a feeling perspective, you know.
Right. I definitely agree to that. And
Yeah.
piggybacking off you saying like you would like, you know, being in the moment or being around it. I don't know if it was last year or a few years ago. I seen you spend some time with Eyes, Bad News, and Beast.
Yeah.
Like, I remember you guys was having a session or whatever you guys was doing.
Yeah.
Kind of explain to everybody like what that atmosphere is like, being around like legends and actually getting the proper knowledge from them, even if it's just dancing for like a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like a little homie, or, you know, just being around them.
Um, it's cool. It was cool. I think, you know, a couple of years ago, a lot of people would only see a lot of us in together on footage, you know, or being at battles or sessions. So I think like a lot of people don't know that, you know, a lot of us are close friends or whatever you want to say. So I think that was a moment just to kind of just be, bro. And I think it was a moment just kind of just like just rocking with each other. A lot of times, like I said, people have their own little like camps or their own little like people that kind of usually rock with. So a lot of us just getting together and just kind of just vibing was so cool. I think it was a moment. A lot of times, a lot of us was I don't want to say beefing, but we kind of just didn't see the same eye to eye when it came to certain progression in the dance. So it was cool to just be there with no kind of like um, no kind of like
No judgment, kind of like you just lay
yeah,
your back
yeah,
and you chilling, man.
yeah. We were just chilling. I think the session, and you can see it in the session. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you're just kind of just being amongst like people like that, you know. And so when you see the session, it's like, damn, this is a dope. It was a dope energy. So I think like that stuff like that was it's dope, bro. I think people really enjoyed it. I think we enjoyed that more. So it was fresh.
Right. Do you think Crump will be in like in a not saying Crump is in a bad statement right now, but do you think Crump will be more advanced if we can get sessions like that, or get people to kind of like coexist with each other instead of kind of like you said, everybody having their own crews? And
Yeah.
a lot of people feel some type of way about eyes right now,
Mm.
and other people, if we can get like more what is that? What's the word I want to say? This coming together, man, and
Yeah.
like you're saying, no judgment, just everyone come, you get off.
Mm.
No, it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? You bring it kind of back to old essence, Phil. Do you think Crump would be like, people would be like, it would be like kind of like more, damn, I'm trying to think of a word, not saying advanced, but like
Mm.
being a better way than kind of like what a lot of people think of Crump right now?
Yeah, man. I think I think it depends on your perspective of life. I think what we're going through, or what the Crump community is going through right now, it's just one of those things where it's allowing you to allowing growth. That's what I think that is going through right now. So I think I was on a live with Dead End and Crowns a couple of days ago, and we were talking about this, and I think it really depends on the person. You know what I mean? I think it really depends on the people. I think um, once we can understand that Crump is so much more than a battle nature thing, I think we can understand that we can live together, or we can be in the same presence without having competition.
Exactly.
I think a lot of things, and I think a lot of people, the only time people really come together, or a lot of time people really see their favorite dancer, or see a different have a moment in Krump, is when people are throwing battles. A lot of people are putting up battles footage more than putting up session footage. A lot of people aren't really sessioning because they feel like the importance of a battle is way more important. And I think that I think we have to understand that we're forgetting that the essence of Krump is still the session. That's still where we allow people to come in and feel free, and allow people to really express themselves and really kind of dig into that lab or that day that they had. So I think when we understand that it's so much more to the movement than hyping our egos,
Mm-hmm.
or feeding our egos, because at the end of the day, battling is an ego tester, win or lose, like how you look at it. So I can see why a lot of people are tight when it comes to the battle atmosphere, because you don't want to be whacked, man. And that pressure that Crump puts on you, if you lose something, you're not relevant or whatever it might be. So you kind of see like you can lose value of yourself depending on battling or not battling. And I think that once we understand that we are so much more than just a moment, that we can create so many other moments, I think we can get to a point where we can all have Crump be at a level that I think a lot of dance styles are ascending to. So once we understand that, man, I think it's a walk in the park, bro.
Well said, man. That's well said, bro, man. I like how you put that together.
Yeah.
What would you say some of your highlights of your Crump career has been so far? Like, what's been some dope moments that you experienced so far in Crump?
Oh man. Shoot, I can go for days, man. It's so many that were really, really dope moments, and really, really moments that I truly cherished. Shoot, it's a lot, bro. I mean, it's. I think one of my greatest achievements I can say is I think Red Bull did a segment on me in their magazine, and they told my whole story. From beginning to like now, they just told my whole story, and they featured in the magazine. I had a whole spread, bro, and it was. I think that's a moment for me. You know what I mean? That I really truly was able to tell that story in such a broad and shoot, well-respected brand like that, man. So I think that's one of my, at the moment, that's one of my most prizes moments. I think that somebody else looking at me and thinking that my story is dope enough to be seen all over the world, internationally. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people really focused on social media presence and you know, video and stuff like that. But I think being able to open up a magazine and see your face in it and see a story behind it, that, you know, nobody, you know, a lot of people didn't really, a lot of people who see Krump don't really care about the story. They just care about the moment. And I think that me being able to have that in that magazine was truly an exceptional uh, uh, pat on the back for me, bro. And I really, truly appreciate, you know what I mean? So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, man. Just hearing that, man, I just want to say, you know, brother to brother, man, that, you know, I'm proud of you, man, for
I
you.
appreciate that.
Huge accomplishment, man. And you're one of the few people that can honestly say that they had that done for you. So that means that,
Yeah.
and the thing is, bro, that means not only that you're doing dope shit as far as the dance, that you just doing dope shit in life and it's a dope individual, man. And I feel like, especially of us being black men, it's hard for us to kind of like show emotion and like
Yeah.
pay homage to each other. And, you know,
Yeah.
I always try to break that barrier. So, you know, like
Yeah.
I just said, bro, from brother to mother, man, I want you to keep winning, man, and you
Peace.
keep, you know, striving for greatness, man. There's a lot
Peace.
of people
Peace.
that following your footsteps and, you know, could accomplish the same goals, man.
Man, we all capable of doing it, bro. It just, you know, like I said, and I think one of the other things that Krump we really lack of is what you said, bro. I really lack of just being a human, bro, and just understanding that, you know, as a black man going on in this world, bro, we have a lot of trials and tribulations that we go through daily. You know, on the loud and on the low, bro, through oppressive things that we've been going on for years, bro, and that trickles down from generational curses that we've been indulging in life. And so anytime we feel, like you said, we feel like a lot of us are not able to really speak about how we feel. We feel we have to be this super alpha male-ish type feel all the time. And, you know, and if it wasn't for me just understanding and tapping in with my emotions, understanding how to move with emotions and speak with emotions, and I speak with, you know, speak with logic, bro, I wouldn't be able to be in the position I am to speak with people who don't understand or come from that kind of perspective for me. So, you know, I think it's really, really, I think we can understand that in Krump and just understand that we all trying to get to the top. It doesn't matter who gets there first, as long as we on the airplane, you going to where you got to go. That's all that matters. So I think that's one thing we should really, really focus on in the movement, is kind of really just uplifting each other the best way we can. Because now we're seeing a lot of people who aren't, you know, seeing tomorrow, bro. A lot of people I've seen a lot of people passing away lately, and I think tomorrow's never promised, right? Anytime we can send love and gratitude to somebody in that moment, you never know what can transpire from that, bro. I think something we should really try to tap into more into the
Oh,
movement.
bro, man, that's so well said, bro. And I definitely agree with you 1,000%, man. And, you know, like, that's one of the things what made me start, you know, adding Krump to my podcast, because I just want people to get their proper homage, man, and to get their story out. Because when you think of Krump, some people might just think that it's only Eyes or Miho or a little C, but it's like, nah, man, it's cats like y'all that put in work to help Krump grow to what it is today. So I feel everyone deserves to hear their story. And like I tell people now in the comments, is like, yo, whoever you want to see, I don't care who it is, I'll reach out to them and see if I can get them on the show. So
yeah, of course.
And thanks again for you know, you pulling up, man, and, you know, letting everybody hear, you know, your amazing Krump story. This is dope, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother, for any time.
Yeah,
Man.
sure, man. So like, what advice can you give to a new dancer that's coming up in the Krump game today?
One of my advices is that shoot, I think kind of just, you know, staying true to one thing I've learned in Krump, and I think in dance in general, is there's no rules to dance. You know, I think a lot of people put like there's certain rules to the movement or to the feeling that you want to do, and I think there's no rules to that. I think a lot of people tend to fall into the stereotype of whatever dance they're trying to do. And I think that it kind of hinders who they are as a person. A lot of people like to put on Krump rather than just being Krump. And I think a lot of times that hinders the growth of the movement. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, like when I see Krump, I see a lot of people really focusing on trying to be this crumped out person, bro, rather than just live in that free moment. I think like once we break the shackles of what the stereotype of what we think Krump is supposed to look like, rather just focusing on what you want to say throughout the movement, I think it advances the movement and advances people around you to explore the love behind the dance, bro. That's really what it was when I remember growing up. That's really you go to the session, you see 10 different people dancing like themselves, completely like themselves, and it was never somebody who looked like somebody who looked like somebody. And then you know, I think a lot of people are trying to really chase this this idea of a moment or a fame moment, and I think this is something that we really got to stop capitalizing on. And I understand social media has a way of making you feel like we're not posting all the luxurious, glorious things you're doing, you behind. But I think everybody's story is written differently. You know what I mean? I think it's really about determination. I think once you understand, it's not about how talented you are, it's about how really the work ethic you are behind you. You know what I mean? Someone's way more talented than me, you know, and someone's more talented than this next person, but the work ethic behind you makes the person. And I think something I would give the younger cats, bro, is just balancing everything, being versatile, and being able to speak, man, be able to be likable as a person. I think a lot of times a lot of times if I didn't know how to speak or be a decent human being, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of shit I wanted to do, you know, because dance is only 10%. It's 90% mental, 90% mental, how you speak, how you look, how you address people, how you talk, how you carry yourself, how you interact with people, how you touch people. I think that's really what makes up a person. I think it's like literally 10% of physical movement. You know, so it's energy, how people react to you, how people want to talk to you, you know. I think that's really, really important stuff to really tap into. So if I was giving advice to anybody, I think that would be my advice. Really focus on yourself, really understand self first, really understand how you want to move, man. I think that leads a better road for you, you know.
Wow, man. Yeah, that's deep, bro, man. Wow, man, that's hella deep, bro. Hella deep, man. Few more questions for you, brother.
Yeah.
Now, you also spent time overseas, right? Dancing.
Yeah.
What's the difference from dancing overseas and how that environment is to what it is in the States?
Oh man, it's mad different, you know. It's really different. Obviously, a lot of times overseas, when we think of overseas, we think of being a lot of not as fortunate as, you know, the U.S. might be when it comes to, you know, money or whatever it might be. You know, and I think once you go overseas, bro, you start that mindset changes a little bit. I've been a lot of places, bro. I've been to Asia, I've been to Korea, I've been to Japan, I've been to France, I've been to Europe, I've been to the Philippines, I've been to a lot of places, bro. And I think one thing I noticed when I go over there, I go teach a workshop. Somebody teach a workshop, you'll have almost, you know, 100 people in your workshop, bro. And it could be 100 people of um, older people, advanced, beginners, people who you might think are extremely better off in the dance, but they'll be in your class, bro. And they're always willing to learn, bro. They're always willing to learn. They're always willing to accept that they could be taught something rather than feel like they've already know everything. And I think it humbles you a little bit. You know what I mean? It makes you feel like, dang, like this is so cool that everybody wants to, they believe in my talent that much to hear to learn something. And I think a lot of times people don't want to take workshops here in LA from a lot of people, a lot of legends, a lot of people who are still doing workshops. Now, obviously, you got to be a good teacher, so that comes with that comes with that. I'm not saying go take a workshop from anybody because not everybody can teach, but
Right.
it's definitely a different feeling, bro. They just they appreciate life a little bit more than we do sometimes. No, when we live in America, we're a little spoiled, man. You know what I mean? Just naturally, we feel like we were entitled to a lot of things. Obviously, we are because we come from the pop culture. Well, that makes the world go. It is what it is. But it's just a different presence there, bro. It's a humbling presence. It's a dope presence. It's something that every time I go, I'm in awe by because it really makes you feel like it makes me fall in love with the art all over again. You know, compared to when a lot of stuff that we're doing in the States, bro. It's difficult, man. I don't know. Obviously, they get a lot more help from the government, a lot more help from a lot of things, so it enables them to do a lot more things and make the moment a little bit better. A lot of times out of here, like people who do stuff comes from their own pocket. We don't get a lot of help, so the
Mhm.
experiences is different, obviously. But it's different, bro. I think everybody. I always tell everybody, if you're gonna go overseas, man, go there and really be there and really get a chance to feel it. It'll change the whole perspective on movement. You know.
Mhm. Wow, man. Amazing, bro. You actually answered my next question in that too. So what's next for you, bro? Like, what,
Um,
you got anything dope plans so like all your fans can be in tune with what you got coming up in the future?
I'm doing a lot of Red Bull stuff right now. I think that's my niche right now. I'm doing a lot of stuff with them, so I'm kind of tapped in with them right now, doing a lot of stuff. So that's it, bro. I think I've been kind of sitting back on the battle tip a little bit, so I kind of really don't really approach that level that much anymore. But I'm trying to just transcend um, my art in different ways, rather than in multiple ways, bro. Rather than just kind of sitting in one atmosphere. So I'm taking on, I'm doing everything I can to just push the art and push myself. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
uh, you know, whatever comes with that comes with it. Whatever the universe blesses me with, I'm gonna run with it. You know, so
Mhm.
you know, not really have anything specific, but you know, I'm pushing. You know.
Yeah, facts, bro. Facts, man. Hey, bro, man, let everybody know where they can follow you at so they can be and tapped into what you will have going on.
You can follow me on Instagram, official_outrage. That's a lot of my TikTok handle. That's my Twitter handle. That's my, yes, I'm not on Facebook, but that's a lot of everything I will be doing is through those things. And if you want to actually read more about myself, you can go to my link in my bio. You can actually tap into the Red Bull article they did about me a couple of weeks ago. And then you can read more about me. You know what I mean? It's a whole article. I got plenty of stuff in there. So if you want to tap in, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm on TikTok too, doing funny stuff. So yeah, I'm doing everything I can to push myself, to the limit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's dope, bro. And like I said earlier, bro, man, I just wish you the best, man. And man, God got you, man. And
I
just keep
appreciate
winning,
that.
bro, man. It feels so good to talk to someone like a person of yourself where you got a lot of knowledge, not just as far as dance, but like in real life too.
Oh
So
man,
a lot
I
of
try.
people that's watching this gonna be take a lot of your, advice, man. And it
Please,
goes a
please.
long way, man. A lot of people watch these episodes and you guys' words mean a lot. So,
Oh yeah,
all
please.
the dope stuff that you share, man, I really appreciate it, man.
Anytime. And I want to say thank you for making people always say it's a lot about the interviewed,
Mhm.
people like the interviewer, but I think a lot of times we have to remember that it's a person interviewing. They create a space where we're able to sit and be honest with ourselves, and be honest with the people watching. So I think I really want to thank you for creating that space for us to be truthful and be very open and having this conversation. A lot of people are silenced, certain things, and they feel like they're not able to speak on, or they may feel like people by themselves. But giving the opportunity for people to hear a different perspective is dope. So that's really dope to have.
All right, man. Thank you, man. Hey, yo, man, outrage, man. I really appreciate you pulling up to the show, man. It means a lot, man.
Yeah, yeah. Peace.
All right, man. Stay locked, man, and I'll be watching out for you, bro.
You too, brother. Appreciate it. Thanks
All
so
right,
much.
blessings, blessings.
But peace, peace, peace.
Yes, sir. Man, y'all seen it, man. I just had a dope episode with the homie Outrage, man. Krump Talk, episode 35. And y'all know my slogan, man. I'm just a guy that like to talk about reality. Peace.